Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the USC Trojans offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the...
The expressway is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The lone back's got it. The Trojans get it past.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake. Looking for the score. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, USC.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
USC 7, Arizona State
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Sun Devils offense has the ball for the first time. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them, they'll throw screens, they'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it. You see this guy in practice every day. Now you're seeing another guy that's elite. Which defense can rise to the challenge and get a few stops and maybe nullify the playmaker?
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Pulls it in. It's Black. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
Quick completion to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
First and goal, USC.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
USC 14, Arizona State 0.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start. And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The give from the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. On the ground, it's Ott. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Going to the run, it's Ott. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Arizona State 0.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone.
Job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll try the run. And the Trojans get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a crease to the left. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Still on his feet at the 40, and he will finally go out of bounds. Big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man on the outside.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. He's looking to throw it. Press deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage. And he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down. It's to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to Frank Cush Field inside Mountain America Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Hines is tight end. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Away from the crowd.
Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. His Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. The offense lining up for a first down play. Gonna run it. It's Peterson. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
It's just so nice to know you can start off with first down, positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The give to the back. Discards a man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Running back searching for a hole. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fires to the tight end. The Trojans get enough to move the chains.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The give to the tailback. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pryor. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. All wideouts, no backs. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense better not blink. Lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. The aerial assault continues. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Timeout, USC.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play call.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Going up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Branch. Still on his feet at the 45. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, USC! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arizona State, 14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good.
Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Trojans! Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Dude, any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football.
Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he's dragged down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are.
Running toward the tape. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win. Fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. When you know you have a team out of class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total.